It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Bills, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offensive defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder, and, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every staff in the league that understands it, we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Second down and 8. Tillman, the man in motion. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. Tillman, the man in motion. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And the Bills are going to be set up. First and goal coming up. They'll mark him down at the 6-yard line. They'll look to throw again. This one caught at the 4. Injured player on the field, and that is Cooper Kupp. That is a player they cannot lose out of this lineup. So as they look at the injured player, will take a timeout. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, leading them out the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft. From North Dakota State, it's Trey Lance.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? If he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, this is James Cook. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. And back deep is Marvin Mims. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor. Man in motion here is Tucker. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll throw out of the gun. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. Oh, a loose football. The Bills have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Ravens offense and Elijah Mitchell getting ready for their next possession. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Lance. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll be 2nd down. Moore going in motion. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Lance looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end Fant in motion. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On the ground, it's Benson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Throwing now on 1st and... This is intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Colorado. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Kupp in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Kupp brings it in left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. Finding space inside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And third down coming up. He gets that to his big target, Vance. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So
that one, taken in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Quick throw, out wide, taken in by Pearsall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Moore going in motion. Throwing, Lance. This one complete, right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Running is Mitchell. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Here we go, set.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Lance. This is caught at the 2. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. James Conner. Touchdown, Ravens. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Extra point try now for Tucker. He gets it to go, and the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's a zone read to start the drive. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now from the gun. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He connects with Mims. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Tillman, the man in motion. Back to the air one more time. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They send him right out of the slot. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Tillman, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
At their own 30-yard line.
Lance looking to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Lance. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football.
And hold that thought, Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will up the lead to 5. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Benson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That one on target to Cup. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Now, faking the give. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Ravens offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. Moore going in motion. To throw is Lance. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Lance. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back than in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Mims sent in motion here. Open man, and that's Tillman.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. A give to Mitchell. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Lance. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. A run out of the gun with Benson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. That's caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So they're down 8 here in the final quarter. A touchdown, a must, as they come out for 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. It is brought in the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown, Bills. Greg, how often do we say it's a 1-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Throwing now from the gun. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. On the return is Rodgers. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
The 35-yard line.
To throw, here's Lance. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Slot man in motion right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion comes Andrews. Throwing, Lance. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Lance looking to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one's complete to his tight end, Fant. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. 2nd down and 8. Tillman, the man in motion. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
On the zone read, a give to Benson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hupp brings it in left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end, Fant, in motion. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
A give. Here's Benson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them. And that's really where you see the highs and lows of this game, Mike. I mean, on one sideline, celebration, hands in the air. The other, disappointment. That's a tough one to stomach. I mean, you've got a chance here to take the lead late, and you can't convert.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense. Still second down.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. And try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He's going to run it, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll throw out of the gun. Pass is completed to Cup. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. It's complete. He's got Cup. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Ravens. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Torino. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.